Good morning, biology students. So, hopefully you're starting to get an idea of what might be going on with our stickleback fish. Yesterday you came up with two possible explanations where we have the explanation of the size being larger, allowing them to survive through the winter, and then we also have the explanation of them being able to swim faster. So what you guys are going to look at today is the inheritance patterns and see how these genes are passed on from parent to offspring, and see if there's kind of how we can see um, the combinations that we're getting, because we saw that shift from where there were more fish with the larger spikes or the larger plates because they had moved in from the ocean, but now we're seeing this population with less plates. And so what we want to look at is, what do the parents have, and then what do the children have, and is there what's happening with that, to give us an idea of how the trait is showing up in the population, and also the genetics piece of this idea of natural selection. So I'm going to show you the assignment so that you know where it's at and you know kind of what to do. Also be studying for the quiz. So on Friday when we meet, we will answer questions, kind of talk about that, wrap everything up, and then you'll have Monday to still study, and we'll take the quiz on Tuesday. Okay? So the assignment that you're looking at is this one. Okay, so you'll find it on your classroom. It should be assigned there. And essentially, you're going to use the random generator again. There's 17 different cards. You're going to just evaluate one of them. So you'll pick which card, and then you'll go to the Jamboard. And when you get to the Jamboard, you'll go to the slide for your fish that you chose. So whatever cross you got. So let's say maybe I got 5. Okay, so I'm going to go to cross number 5. And I'm going to interpret and look at this information. So when I look at this, I've got the information about the mother and the father. So that goes into my document right here. So my mother has 6 and my father has 7. So I would just put 6 and then 7. And then the mean plates for the parents would be 13 divided by 2, so 6.5. Okay, and then this information is going to come from your graph. So when I look here, I have 2 offspring with 5 plates. So I would put this on my table. So the number of plates is 5. This is 2. Whoops, not that. This is 2, and then that equals 10. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing that as I go through my whole table. Right? So I would record all that data into my table here, and then I'm going to do the mean number of plates in all of the offspring. So add those all up, divide by my total number of offspring. In my case, it would be 4, because I have, or no, sorry, it would be whatever this total is. So I would add these all up to get that there. Once you've got that, you're going to then use this graph. I'm going to find my data point. So to do that, you're going to click on this. It's a draw document, so I can click edit. I'm going to get the line tool to scribble, and then maybe this, I realize that, okay, so my parents' mean number was 6.5, so I'm going to be over here, and then I didn't finish it, but let's say that maybe my offspring mean number was 7. So I'm going to then circle that value, and I can change that color if I want, and I can make it, you might want to make it a little bit of a darker line, maybe I want it bright yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to save and close, and then now my dot is there. So then I'll use that to answer these questions. Okay, to think about what type of relationship do I see in this data. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is there none? What would it look like if it was one of the other, if it was the other 2? And then how can the pattern be described and support these possible claims? Okay. So then finally, now that you've gone through all 3 pieces of information, we've looked at the variation in the population, we've looked at the heritability, which is what you did today, and we looked at the reproductive advantage, which was what you did yesterday. You're going to now use that information, summarize what you know about this and use really good detail. The more detail you put here, the easier tomorrow's assignment will be. Because tomorrow you're going to write an argument about which claim you think is the better claim, and you're going to need to use all of this data and this information to support your claim. So the more information you put here, the easier tomorrow will be because you'll have it already summarized, and then you can just put it into the assignment for tomorrow. So let me know if you have questions as you're working today, and I will see you on Friday.